Now, once again, it's raised the question of how these types of cases are handled, and also whether those who are accused of sexual misconduct or offences should be publicly named at all. It's an interesting one, isn't it, Linda?
I personally don't think they should be named. I think they should be anonymous until after the investigations. I mean, this man was trying to find out what he was being charged with. I mean, he's died not knowing what the allegations were.
Yeah.
And I think it's terrible. I mean, it's like throwing them to the wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Because once someone's made up their mind about someone, people will automatically believe it, won't they?
The only thing, I agree with you, in an ideal world, that would be the way round to do it. But unfortunately, as we've seen from lots of different cases that have happened but previous to now, people aren't able to report these crimes and get noticed for it. So their first port of call is the police, and they're not listening. Then they might try and talk to the press, and they're not interested. And then the only way that they can get their stories out there is to maybe socially put it out there in the public eye, and that might be the only way they get listened to. So how do you keep someone anonymous if that's a victim's only way of speaking out?
Well, I agree with you, but of course we don't know what these allegations are.
And he wasn't charged either, let's just
No, I'm just saying
it was
we don't know what the
accusations.
allegations were. All we know they're allegations of sexual misconduct. And so, yeah, my sympathies go out to his family, because obviously it's a terrible, terrible loss. And I do think that this happened in the Welsh Assembly. Now, if we look at the English Parliament, where we've got all these allegations coming up, you know, on a daily basis, where people are now feeling they can come forward and say, these things happened to me and they were inappropriate and so on. Damien Green, who's the, you know, virtually Theresa May's #2, is the centre of allegations about whether porn was found on his office computer, and there have been other allegations about his conduct. Now, he was interviewed by a House of Commons committee yesterday, but there was no question of him being asked to stand down. So I think what's happened in Wales to this poor man shows some inconsistency, because he was immediately suspended. He should
Before it was even investigated, I know.
Yeah, he was sacked, sorry, he was sacked, not suspended, sacked before he was investigated. And that is completely wrong, because as someone who's been a boss, if someone came to me, if a female employer came to me and made accusations about another person working for me, I would always say, OK, let's ask that person to take leave of absence and we'll look into it. You wouldn't just sack them without proving it. That's what I find so inconsistent in all of this.